What's up, Internet? We are here with the very first stream of 2021. A little late. Oops. I had a lot of stuff to finish off from last year, but I kind of have a new strategy for how I want to do streams this year. First of all, for restreaming, putting up videos on demand on YouTube, I'm going to, I'm going to try and at the end of every week just sort of compile everything so that it's one video instead of like 7 or so, because I think that's a bit obnoxious. But my strategy for streaming this year is probably one I'm going to regret and probably awful, but we'll see what we can do with it. Basically, I'm going to try and run 5 different games a week. Like, Monday will be game 1, Tuesday will be game 2, Wednesday day 3, and then, you know, so on and so forth until we finish a game, and then we replace it. Now, the problem is, my initial plan and list of games I was going to use required my PS2, and unfortunately that's kinda dying. So I don't exactly have a plan for what my 5 games are. I've got a couple days, so maybe I'll let the Discord vote or something. I don't know, but I really wanted to play some Opoona, so we're going to play Opoona. Now, if you're not familiar with this game, it's basically Earthbound in space. And it's awesome. If you haven't seen my review of it, which was one of my earliest videos, you should go do it because this game is pretty remarkable. I'm a little bit hesitant about playing this game. I've wanted to stream this for a long time, but the thing is, I genuinely don't remember a good chunk of this game. And I remember it being pretty big, so it's a little intimidating. But it's, what the hell, it's a new year, let's try and play some Opoona. Besides, this game makes me feel really, really good to play because it's fun and goofy and quirky. And, you know, I think after 2020, we need more of that in our lives. So, the story so far features us and our family, including our parents and brother and sister, as well as our large number of dogs, going on a space vacation, or spacecation, if you will, where absolutely nothing could go wrong. And, that's our game. So, yeah. Also, there's no space there between comma and mama. The translation in this game is a little bit spotty. It should be worth noting. That's our brother and sister, by the way. But we're going to do our best to play through this. I will say, I do have a bit of a second problem, aside from the fact that I don't really remember how this game ends. But I don't right off the bat remember how to save. Which, this being a large RPG, could be a problem. We'll figure it out. That's our dad, by the way. He's a super space warrior guy, and our mom. And our space race has floaty balls as part of their, like, haircuts. They're also our weapons, so it's worth knowing that. Also, we're the lazy Bon Opoona. Every day involves us rolling out of bed, because we sleep a lot. Yes, I've forgotten what day it is. Also, the soundtrack to this game is absolutely killer. Yep, we're going to Landroll, the place that is bifurcated. It was also the logo of this game, so that's not a spoiler. Also, there are dogs in this game. I think Opoona has something like 30 dogs, and fortunately Colette already walked in and named all of them, so we don't have to. But we might have to find them all again. Press the C button to talk to everyone. Okay, this is actually something really, really cool about this, and it is something that I actually do associate with Earthbound as well, is this game has a one-handed control style. You just hold the nunchuck and the C button, and you pretty much got everything you need. Which is nice, because I'm playing this on my Wii, which means I have to connect to my Dazzle, which outputs straight to my computer, as opposed to my TV, which means I am not allowed to actually look at my computer or my TV to use the Wii remote, which is good, because I don't want to do that. But this is our dog, Pez. I like Pez. Oh, I could have some Pez right now. Pez is delicious. I used to collect Pez dispensers, those were cool. Yeah, so we got a lot of dogs. They're going to be a collectible later on. Spoilers. Yeah. Our dad's that awesome that we got a whole spaceship and a vacation out of it. Alright, so we're going to Landroll. Now, I'm not sure how much I intend to actually like complete this game because there's a lot of stuff to find if we're going for like 100%. So I doubt we're going for 100, but we'll try and see as much of this game as we possibly can because there are a lot of like really fun side things to do in this game. And a lot of it you do kind of have to do, but you can sort of pick and choose what you want to do out of side activities. I think right now we just gotta go explore the ship and talk to everyone. That's an escape pod room. That's not relevant to anything. Don't worry about that. We gotta go find our parents, I think. They're random humans acting like they're our species that have floating bonbon fighting weapons that also double as hair. Alright, let's give combat a shot. I was actually not going to do combat for a while, but screw it. We will do some combat. Yeah. I would like to train on machine. Let me do that. Alright, first taste of combat. Now basically we just have to hold down the control stick in some direction. We can decide which angle we want to throw our thing at. Now we could do it with 0 energy, and you can actually stack a lot of damage if you do that. But holding it does allow you to charge it, as well as dictate a sort of attack angle, and sometimes you need to do that to get around enemies and stuff. So there is something of a strategy element to it, but for the most part you can just spam it like that if you want. And because spamming it like that doesn't consume energy, you don't have to wait a huge amount of time in between attacks, so there's an advantage to it. I've never fought. Yeah, so fight more, get experience, I know how it is. Also, don't pick fights with bees until later on. I remember that rule too. Alright, there's Dadina. We're about to go on an awesome spacecation where absolutely nothing can go wrong. Please brief me on it. That's ominous. Yes. I'm only saying yes because if I say no, you'll probably just repeat yourself. Aw, but I want to be the pilot. Ah. Oh well, we get to go meet our mom. I do quite like the environments in this game. The environments in this game are really cool. The camera's a little not fantastic, but you know, I think that's a small concession for how interesting this game is. "5 in the morning. Actually, it's only 2 in the morning. No, you didn't ever tell me about Uncle Rodman. Roydman, whatever. He was a communications technician. Neat. Alright, let's go talk to people and tell them to get in their seats. And, you know, lock down their trays and whatever. I haven't been on a plane in, like, ever, so... Ooh, we didn't talk to this guy. Noikes. When you get excited and destroy an entire party hall. Nice. We're gonna go into the atmosphere. So ask little brother about atmospheric travel to land roll. Got it. I mean, not hitting too many enemies. There was one enemy. Spawn more and I'll hit more. It's not a complicated concept, guy. Opoona! Well, it might be exciting, but it's also useful to be prepared, especially in case something went wrong. That said, it is a spacecation where absolutely nothing can go wrong, so yes, that was a bad idea on his part. You little dummy. Don't read books to be prepared when nothing can possibly go wrong. Oh no, you've trapped me in a tutorial even when I told you I knew exactly what I was doing. No. Yes, I can do that. There we go. For some reason that doesn't auto-start with the nunchuck. You have to, like, use the actual control stick to initialize it. Then you can do it. Kind of weird, but whatever. No, it's a perfect place. No. That's insane, Opoona. He's not trying to train us for anything. It's a spacecation where absolutely nothing can go wrong. Also, I guess we gotta go ask Dad because he's being suspicious now or something, maybe. Alright. There we go. Camera controls activate. Oh no, our spacecation where absolutely nothing could go wrong. Something went wrong. I am shocked by this. Also, pre-rendered cutscene that looks completely different than the in-engine stuff. Just looks like they slapped a filter on the screen to make it slightly blurrier. Although the weird thing is, I don't know why they do this. They've got, like, ridiculous motion capture in this game. You'll see some of that later, but it's just kind of weird that they have something, like, vaguely pre-rendered like that. Considering they kind of went to the effort to go out of their way to make so much more. That would have probably taken a lot more time and effort to animate. But maybe it was just one extra cost they had to cut or something. Who knows? Alright. Nothing can possibly go wrong. This is just a safety procedure. We're still on spacecation, damn it. We won't be seeing that spaceship again for a little while. If I recall, anyway. It's been forever since I've played this game. I feel kind of bad about that. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to stream this so much. I wanted an excuse to play more Opoona. Because I haven't really played it since I reviewed it. And that's a damn shame, because it's actually a really, really good game. And it's obscure and no one's ever played it. And I think part of the problem with that was just how they marketed this game and how they sold it. Because I think most people who have this game, they got it in a bargain bin for no money because it didn't really sell all that well. Because when they initially tried to sell it, they tried to sell it based on... That's where a meteor hit that made half the planet evil, by the way. In case you couldn't tell. But when they tried to sell this game initially, I remember seeing, like, advertisements in GameStop. Like, they'd lined the shelves with, like, these little stickers and stuff to tell you how awesome this game was. And basically they just sort of told you how many different cool things you could do in this game, and there's just so much content, and I think they tried to sell it for like $120 or something insane like that. And of course this was back in the day when games cost $40, so that was just unaffordable. Also, we sleep a lot. Okay, he's a sage. They're kind of important guys. And he's gonna steal our brother because reasons. We've been completely separated from our family at this point. We won't see really any of them for quite a while. They don't really ever tell you you need to press a button to get out of bed. Also, we'll be running into this guy a whole lot. He's the concierge. They don't really address it, but he's a robot, which is why he's got so many clones, and it's just an excuse to why they have the same character model everywhere. I was in an accident, yes. But I'm on vacation, so I'm optimistic about it. Yeah, so our family kind of face tanked a giant spaceship crash into a planet. Um, didn't work out so well for them, but they're alive, so that's a plus. And this is where sort of the crux of the game comes in. Also, we got a communication from an anime pretty boy. Basically, our parents are in the hospital, and we have to go see them and save them. But the problem is, hospitals aren't cheap. We kind of have to pay our way to get to them, so to speak, by becoming the world's greatest space temp. So we're not exactly on vacation anymore. Damn it. I just wanted to, hang out on a beach and maybe surf a little or something. So basically, the big thing about this game is getting a job license and filling it out with all sorts of different jobs and stuff to do. So we are now officially citizens of Landroll, sort of. Except now we have to actually be, like, employed people, which, who wants that? Okay, he's taken a personal interest in a bunch of aliens crash landing on his planet. Yeah, I would imagine so. Okay, I think... It's just, camera control, activate, there we go. It's a little clunky, but if I recall, it's like a little bathroom we can go in. They actually make the environments in this game really wildly impressive. Now, I will say that it might take a little bit to get out of the first area. Like, we might be here for a pretty long while. Also, we just took a shower. And that is because the starting... I guess you could call it a town. It's not really a town. It's like a single building. It's ridiculously big, and all the levels are built kind of similarly, so it might be a little bit awkward to figure out where we're going here. Alright. Oh yeah. Also, this game has sort of like a social link system. Sorta. I think it becomes even more important later on. Also, if you see me messing around with the camera all that much in areas, that's because there's a lot of secrets, and we want to try and find as many of them as we possibly can for freebies. Okay, so we are in the Tokyo Dome, or maybe Tokyo 1, I'm not sure. It's the On-At Want thing all over again. But, that's basically what we're in right now, is that building, what's in that glass case right there. If I can... There we go. So I believe we're in sort of that chunk right there, sort of like that upper tower on the right. And that orange thing is actually a racing track for running, for reasons. Because this is actually basically like space kindergarten. Hey Sykes, how you doing? The star's bio shower is something wonderful. Yeah, it's alright. So basically we're being enrolled in space kindergarten. Kinda. The Earth's energy, except we're not on the Earth. Also, it's pronounced Erath Concierge. Oh, nice. Happy birthday. Mine's in almost a month from now. I'm stressing about it because I'm finally going to be old. Oh, I'm old. I'm going to have to do something about that. That makes me angry. Okay, so basically what he's saying is we need to gather money to basically heal our parents. We're basically being blackmailed into working for a living, which sucks. Yes, I'm going to be finally old. I complain about being old nonstop, but the next one's a big one. Ugh. So depressing. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to be wandering around a lot of rooms just looking at the walls, and this is going to waste a huge amount of time, but it'll be worth it in the end, hopefully. I believe this is a save station. I finally know how to save in this game. And I don't have any previous save data because this is on my Wii, and all my save data got put on my Wii U. This thing will heal us. Not that we really need it. And I think you just tell me about it. We're going to try and leave, and I think we're going to get stopped. Because we're not citizens. Okay. I have a logistical problem here, in that if doors will be locked for people who aren't citizens, how did I get into this tower? Like, even if the people around me were citizens, I would think it would be locked by detecting that I'm not. I found a logistical problem, game. Oh, nice. You got a really, really good card game in Final Fantasy VIII. I tried to get Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze earlier this year. It didn't work out so well. Tales of Vesperia was pretty good, and GameCube controllers are always very useful. And I loved Octopath. I think if you like old school Final Fantasy, you'll probably enjoy Octopath quite a lot, and it's got a great party system. Yes, so basically, our brother is going to be a sage. Now, this game sort of has two different levels of jobs. The standard job system is not like anything in Final Fantasy. This is literally like your thing that you do to make money, so to speak. It's your profession. And then the second job system is sort of like your broad combat class. So our brother is a sage, which makes him kind of the mage of the group. I genuinely don't remember what our sister becomes, and we become, I believe, a ranger, which is sort of like the melee tank. Also, our sister disappeared. That's not going to come up until like halfway through the game, and that's when my memory of this game kind of gets a little foggy. Still not a citizen. Let me be citizen. Damn it. I played Zestiria. I could not finish it. And Berseria I just did not like. Oh, we gotta go to bed. I'm not reading. It's hard for me. Alright, let's hop back into bed. I think Octopath in general just had a great cast of characters. I quite like the hunter, the dancer, and the thief myself. I can't remember any of the names. I have not played that game in forever. But it was a great game. I should play it again. Alright, so we're going to take a picture. Again, he's a robot. So he's just going to look at me and take photos. And once again, drawing comparisons to Earthbound. All over the place in this game, we're going to get our photo taken. Ah, you've been streaming it? I should try and catch that when I get some time. Yes, Theria and Primrose and Hanat. I remember she had like a weird apostrophe in her name. Hanat, however you pronounce it. I am bad at talking. I spent most of my life not doing that, so it's tricky for me. Alright, so we get multiple choices for our ID card. Now the nice thing is we'll be able to pick whichever one we want, and there will be more choices later. The problem, they're all terrible right now. Like, they're just all awful. You really should have, because you got really terrible photos. Alright, so here are our photo choices. We can look really sad. We can look kind of like we're about to throw up. Or we can look like we're either sneezing or telling someone off. And unfortunately, he's not going to take another one. So, I'm thinking we need to look angry and like we're telling someone off. Because looking sad is for chumps. We just need to look incredulous that he took our photo. That's the one we're going with. Also, the tutorial to this game takes forever, so we'll probably just barely get out of it by the time an hour's passed. Alright, so here's our OMP. This is our license. We are a 1-star Tizian. Level 1. We do have a little bit of experience from our little test fight, though, which is nice. It does count our days and stuff, too, which is cool. I did take a look. Can I go now, or am I going to have to go to sleep again? Nope, you're just going to repeat yourself. Fair enough. There's going to be a lot of following people for the next while. Dude, 100 MT a day. Nice. It's better than I make. Yeah, we're going to space kindergarten. Now, the school is like the worst part of this, too, because it's just so many levels of the exact same floor plan, and every single one of them has, like, different rooms with different, like, secrets and stuff we gotta go find. It's, This whole starting intro sequence is kind of a pain. It's the worst part of the game, I think. Okay, this kid he's talking to right now, we're gonna deal with him later. Did you go ahead and get yourself, like, the secret, like, gold axe of, like, instant killing everything early on? Because that's pretty fantastic. This kid will be important later. Because that was a cool thing about Octopath, is you could get, like, ridiculously OP stuff really early on if you knew how to find it. We can't go there yet. I didn't crash land, my parents did. I ejected like a sensible person. We're gonna run into Mira a whole bunch. Oh yeah. Yeah. There is. I can't exactly remember what, but you can get like Hanet's best weapon by like picking a fight with like some random guy in a house. And it's just there in his inventory if you, like... I'm not sure if you have to steal it from him or you have to fight him, but, yeah, just some random NPC in, like, just a random house in one town has, like, just the best weapons for characters, and you can get them basically off the bat. It's been a long time since I've played Octopath. Also, you can kind of see the racetrack out there, which is nice. There's going to be a lot of instances of this little crappy balcony which has like nothing in it, and because I'm OCD and I know there are secrets, we're going to have to explore every single one of them. So that's going to be fun. That's the way we just came. Again, this first area is just some of the most convoluted in design ever. I should have gone through that ledge, but screw it, we're not going to go back. We want to go down. Well, if you like, I could try and find the information, like give you a hint or something. Now, this will shock you, but this big guy who looks important, he's important, and we'll be dealing with him in a minute. I just want to continue to skirt around and see if I can find any stuff. If you see any, like, small, bright pink things on walls, let me know, because that's kind of what I'm looking for. Are they pink? They might be blue. The thing is, like, when you look at them, they change colors, so I can't remember if they start out pink or blue, but they're both. Anyway, we'll talk to this guy who's our new best friend. But we gotta talk to this guy first, apparently. Because he's a sage, and that means he's important. He stole our brother. We're a ranger, which means we're the fighter guy. But the nice thing is, because we're a fighter type, that means we can leave this place and actually go explore stuff. Alright, so now we gotta go talk to our buddy, this guy. Come on, this guy. Alright, let's keep going. Now let's see, what do I want to do with this bot? Reports. Let's see. Spam malicious links. Bot accounts. Alas. Alright. So, we have completed registration. Hooray for us. So now we're going to get a database card. And we get GPS, which is nice. There we go. That's the one I'm looking for. I really just need to find someone to moderate my stuff. Alright, anyway, we got a GPS. Alright. So, I think we gotta talk to this guy to know where we go, which is down. Commander Goldie. I like that name. He's big and intimidating, but he has a goofy name like that. That's fantastic. Alright. Are there any secrets on this ledge? I'm gonna have to check every room, and it's gonna drive me crazy, especially in this world. Well, I mean, I was coming here anyway. I was supposed to be on Spacecation where nothing was gonna go wrong, and then everything went wrong. Just like everything else in my life. Okay, we gotta go down here. Okay, finally a room that looks different. We can't go that way yet. We can't go here yet because we're not popular enough. Story of my life. This way we can't go yet, but this is where we go to basically everywhere important. Yeah, there's a few like super secret weapons that you can get from like challenging people and like stealing and stuff. You just gotta find them. If you're interested, I could try and find like a list of them somewhere, but I just remember finding like the axe for Hanit and just immediately loving that she could basically one-shot everything. It's like, ah, that's kind of special. But of course, I just like stealing from everyone in that game because, you know, playing the thief is always fun. That's always been my sort of character style. Alright, Goldie. It's easy to get lost behind us, too. This entire place was poorly thought out. Also, if you're gonna make me hold your hand to, like, follow you, why not just make me do that up to this point? Ah, you looked up the wiki, did you? That's a good solution, too. I'm immediately looking for all the secrets, and I'm not seeing any, and I'm annoyed about that. Okay, so here's kindergarten. So, first thing we gotta do is sort of prove that we can actually be the job they've assigned us, which seems backwards, but okay. Also, trial by blood. I like that. Yes, I fought against a simulation of one first. Except that I did. It was a secret, but I absolutely did, buddy. I already know how to fight. You know, everything in this game uses the C button. If it wasn't for the fact that it has to be plugged into the Wii Remote, I could probably just throw it away when playing this game. Yes, it can let you do that, but it doesn't increase damage and it takes longer to recharge, so it's almost better not to use it at all. Combat in this game was a little strange. Oh yeah, every fight is on a timer, by the way, so again, spamming attacks might still be best. This is so weird. I'm playing with my nunchuck in my right hand, because I don't ever play like that. It's weird. But I don't need my Wii Remote, so... Fight the slimes! You can also stall them while they're attacking if you do that right. But there we go, we won. Didn't really have to use my Bon Bon at all. And we got a bottle of mineral water. Kick ass. Really? Only the second? Seriously, that was easy. I think your rangers are kind of crap if they are having that much trouble with that, but okay. So he's basically our boss is the point. Hooray! I'm a licensed ranger now. In kindergarten. Let's go play outside and get eaten by monsters. So yes, we can now go outside the Toki 1, or Tokyo Dome. Alright, goodbye Goldie! Oh hey, look, it's that guy with the big stupid cowlick. Again, he's gonna be important later. But not much later. In fact, almost maybe sooner. Also, the music in this game is still incredibly good. Well, I'll never be a citizen of Landroll, I guess. You're kind of a dick, Ted. Okay, so yeah, we've started our social link with Ted. And I'm just gonna keep looking for secrets, because again, I'm OCD about stuff like that. And it will help eventually. I promise. I remember it being worthwhile to do this. Fortunately, it can't be on objects, just walls, as far as I recall, so we just really have to search all the walls. But if you do that, you kind of miss all the cool stuff in the environment. Well, that's useless to me then. Okay, so this is actually where we're going to be living for a while now, so we don't have to go all the way up to the top of the tower again. We also get a free meal ticket because we're a student. And there's Mira. I can guarantee, Mira, that 100 years in the future, if I played this game straight, I still wouldn't know the layout of this place. It is the worst designed starting area. Let's be friends with Mira, seriously. We need all the friends we can get. This is going to be important by the end of the game, if I recall. The game kind of hinges on your social links. Also, because we're friends with City Student Council President, we're now popular-ish. Which is more than I can ever say about myself. Alright. Still looking for secrets. Not seen any yet. Oh, but we get to see the lovely, lovely camera this game has. Yeah, there's a few OP weapons in that game, but they're fun to find. I literally just, like, stumbled face first into them. It's so good. Okay. Now this is where we live. There's our friend, Mr. Concierge. Who's going to show us where we live now, because we can't live in his robot storage closet, which for some reason has a bed and a shower. Don't really explain that too well. Also, this student dorm doesn't have a shower. That too could use some explaining. You know, this game seems to have a few layout issues. Nope, no secrets here. This is gonna drive people crazy, and I just need to do it. I'm sorry. Okay, that's a wall. So we're good. Nothing over here. Also, there's babies around here too, because we are actually in kindergarten. Well, that's the thing. If you look up, like, the secret weapons, it does make finding them easy. If you don't, it's... I don't want to say impossible to find, but some of them just require you to, like, do some really obscure stuff to NPCs you otherwise wouldn't see. So, you know. Alright, so this is a classroom, of course. Come on, there has to be a secret around here somewhere. You, tell me where secret is. As a ranger, you're not smart enough to be in academics, so go away. Rude. Alright. I think I got one of them like literally outside of a character's like starting chapter too. But you know. Come on, secrets, where are you? I know you're here somewhere. I love the secret system in this game. You know what it's gonna be, and this is gonna it's gonna be that secrets aren't implemented yet until you can you get to a certain point in the story, and then they appear. And then we're gonna have to go back and look at all the walls again, or I'm gonna go crazy. Damn, being OCD. Alright. Still, we get to see all the nice little interiors of rooms we otherwise wouldn't interact with. That's really the reason why these secrets exist. Yeah, I would say Hanet was one of the easier characters to level up. I think this leads back to this room. Okay. Again, this starting area is really convolutedly designed. I'm not allowed past here, huh? Okie doke. I'll just have to, yeah, challenge and provoke are really useful abilities. I quite liked how she basically played like Pokemon too. I don't think we went out onto this balcony since we were walked out with Commander Goldie. We haven't checked this area yet. As we slowly realize that all this searching for secrets has thus far proven fruitless. Okay, we want to go down, I think. I think we want to go down, because again, this is an easy to remember area. Alright. Now this would lead back to the way we came, I think. So I think we want to go this way. Whoopsie. Although, that does show us the very, very intricate inventory management system. Alright, there's banking, shopping. There should be a secrets thing somewhere around here. Well, that might be rolled into something else, because it requires, like, points, I think. I don't know. Maybe it looks a little like Cartman. I was gonna say he looks more like a really super chubs Caillou. Which, can we just finally say thank God it's finally over? As a Canadian, I will apologize for Caillou ever existing. Except I will also point out that Caillou is still getting internet episodes on YouTube. Someone showed me Caillou learning that Minecraft was a thing. That was sad. Anyway, this is who we're meeting. She has a gunblade because she thinks she's Squall. Caillou. It's like the worst show ever. Let's see. I will find a link for you so you can revel in how bad it is. Let's see. Let's I don't want the YouTube stuff. Let's see if I can... Episode 1. There we go. Episode 1, Season 1, YouTube link. Let's do this. You're gonna witness something. Something that will make you sad. It's like the worst children's cartoon ever. I think it was around when I was a kid, and I'm almost freaking 30. But it's about a kid who is incredibly whiny about everything, and his whole thing is all he does is whine, and yet somehow he gets his way, and the world is awesome because he whines a bunch. It is like the worst children's show ever. And it's been around for like 30 goddamn years. I don't know, man. Shin-Chan wasn't to my taste, but that was at least interesting because that was basically an adult show that they marketed towards kids. And at least Shin-Chan got some good games out of it. If I recall, the Shin-Chan DS game was pretty legit. No, the Game Boy Advance one was really, really good. This is like legit a show aimed at like preschoolers that has like the worst messages ever. Alright. Super elevator powers going! Except we go sideways, so I guess technically it's a Wonka-vator. Except Wonka-vator went in every which way. This only goes horizontally. Oh, just wait. The intro makes you want to kill it? Oh, trust me. Watching it will be almost amazing. And I apologize immediately for what you're about to witness. My country was responsible for that existing. Okay, so we get 5 bottles of rejuvenating mineral water a day. Again, because we're a student. Badass. I think you'll lose a lot more than just brain cells watching it. Okay, so this is a thing you have to understand about this game, is some items can be used in combat, but not all items, which is kind of a little weird. And you have to put items in your pockets to grab them, and some items just can't be used in combat for whatever reason. I understand it okay. Survive 10 battles. Again, trial by blood. I kind of appreciate how they treat kindergartners here. I want to point out this is my first time in the wild, and it sounds like she's just kind of abandoning me. And we're into a fight immediately. Hooray. Now again, there's sort of an advantage to powering up your Bonbon, because if you throw it faster, it hits your opponent faster, so there is that. But not having to wait for energy is kind of the trade-off. I threw my Bonbon, which is my little floaty head bobble thing that I think is kind of hair, because my sister uses it as her pigtails, and my brother it's his legs, because my character's race is peculiar. Alright. Oh, that reminds me. We need to actually put stuff in our pockets, if I recall. Move to pockets. Also, we have wallpaper for our inventory system. This game has a lot of crap going on with it. There's our robot concierge buddy, telling us not to get eaten by monsters even though we already have. Treasure chest! We got popcorn! Now, I don't think you can use popcorn in battle. So there is that to be concerned about. It's also worth noting that the way you curve your Bonbon will actually change how it affects enemies. Like, if I recall, flying enemies are particularly weak to being hit from below. And depending on how you curve it, it can intercept enemies who are on a different attack trajectory. So combat, it's weirdly deep, but at the same time, you almost don't need to interact with the depth of it. It's weird. Alright. We're gonna have to come back here very, very shortly to do some more adventuring, but I kind of want to explore as much of it as I can. We probably don't need to actually do that, though, because I think we do have to fully explore this for our next task. And you'll notice as enemies take damage, they get crumpled. If I recall, that only happens if you focus on hitting them one specific way. And I think that hurts their defenses, but I'm not 100% sure on that. I always felt like it did. Like, their crumpling wasn't just showing that they were losing health, it was sort of a sign that you were actually, like, doing something to affect them. Also, we got a new ability, which is nice. Alright. Now, Force, Power Bound. Bonk. There we go. And depending on how close enemies are, the less distance they have to travel, which means that your energy will charge faster back, because it returns to you quicker. Weirdly deep combat system, but it feels like you don't need to interact with any of that depth, which is the weird thing. Okay, I'm getting a little banged up, so let's... Nope, this can actually be used during battle. But it actually... Eating does actually use your weapon costs, so we're just gonna eat outside of battle, so we don't have to worry about that. Weirdly, we don't have really any camera control right here, which is a little strange. Yeah, I should probably go to bed soon too, but I kind of want to get through the tutorial at least. Bonk. Aha, I planned for you to be back in that spot when it hit you. Silly slime slug thing. Ah, we got a bonus, nice. And some stairs. Alright. Oh, I know what this is. Number 52, Cavall Studio 1, Ars P. Cavall, approximately 1978. Yeah, we're observing art in this world because there's an art stat for observing all the art in the world. Because this world is so interestingly designed, which, if I recall, and that shouldn't have happened, we somehow teleported through the floor. Okay. That's interesting. If I had to have a sort of a guess as to why that happened, I'm betting that was because the game was loading a fight, and it just didn't know what to do with us, so it just sort of dropped us. I think. But I think there's another art up there, so we have to go up there again. We can't actually run off this either, so I'm not sure what teleported us down there. Alright, there we go. Bonk. Okay. Now this is something that took me, honestly, way too long to actually understand. But a lot of art actually works like this in this game. That's the art right there. Just the window. The window itself is framed to be the piece of art, because the world is just so artful. I think is what this game was going for. And honestly, that happens a lot in this game. It took me forever to figure that out. Alright. We won the battle handily! Again, we only have to go through 10, but I kind of want to finish exploring this area too. I think what we'll do, since it's been about an hour, is I'll go through the 10 fights, we'll finish up this area as far as we can go to explore as much as we can, and then we might call it for the night and for Opoona for a week, I guess, and we'll get back to this next week where we continue our trial by blood as a preschooler. I think that might be the plan. I know there's a few areas beyond here that have, like, some treasure, but we still have to go there at a later date, so I'm not even sure if it's entirely available right off. And that immediately knocked it down because it was an attack from below because it was weak to that. Alright. That's the easy one. Now we gotta do the hard one. Actually, I don't think there's one. I think there's just like a treasure hunt thing, which just finds some random crap lying around. Alright. We got this. No problem. No problem. Bonk. Man, it's been too long since I played this game. I love this game. This is probably the best Wii game that hasn't been ported to something else by now. Like every other Wii game's gotten a port. Okay, that's a treasure shell right there, but the treasure's not in it, and that'll be important later. That's part of our next quest in basically getting out of preschool. Also, we leveled up. And high is just a healing ability, if I recall. Is there anything down here? No, but we can go down here. And I think this guy will just tell us off for coming this far, so we're actually not allowed to go much further here. Bonk. Again, flying enemies, weak to being attacked from below. That's why they fly. Can I go past you, please? No, I'm not going to walk you there. You're just not allowed to pass. Now go back home. You bizarre alien toddler. Alright. Well, we got to see some art. That's a big plus. Alright. Boom. I don't know how I feel about this combat system, honestly. Like, the Bonbon system is weird, and it, like, it's got a lot of intricacy to it, but it feels like it almost doesn't matter. And I just feel so weird about it. Okay, so that's the art. If we arted today, that's a plus. Don't need any more of that. And yes, your art stat does actually matter. It will come into play later. Not really for anything main, but something that will feed into that, so it's still important that we deal with it. Also, again, I just want to experience the art in this game, because this is a very artful game, so to speak. It's artsy, there's art in it, and we need to experience all the art. Alright. Whoop. Was that a treasure shell? Yes, it was. We got a free mineral water. Nice. Boop. Boop. Alright. Well, we sure showed that thing what for. Alright. I wonder if we're gonna hit level 4 before this little adventure is over. It does seem like damage increases rather nicely. But we haven't gotten any equipment yet. We can get some equipment later that will strengthen our bonbon and stuff. Level up, level up, level up. Nope. Concierge! Return to the dome. The dome. Look at that guy. The NPCs in this game are awesome. That guy's got big hair. Well, I mean, I killed all of them, so I'm alright. Now I get to go into the horizontal Wonkavator to return home. And by that, of course, I mean our kindergarten bunk bed. Alright. Still haven't found any secrets, though, and I spent a lot of time looking for them. Sad. Okay, so we gotta go to the license tower. This is gonna be important. Basically, as we continue through the game, we're going to get extra jobs and different jobs, and as we gain those jobs and get different ranks and abilities in them, we have to go back to this place to get basically recognized for our efforts, so that we ultimately gain points that give us a greater standing as a citizen of Landroll. And that's ultimately what's going to get us further in the game. That's the big progressor. He's going to leave, so we actually have to go up there, but I don't see him telling me not to explore, and I do like looking for secrets. Although it looks like all the doors are locked, which is kind of poop. I'm going to have to keep track of all the doors I didn't go in. That's annoying. I think there's a store up here, though, that we can look at, and it's got some neat stuff in it. It's the pet shop fun. Just take in the camera. There's the floating fish and the bones and all this weird stuff. And her amazing haircut. We can't purchase anything right now. That's important because there is actually something we could purchase here. Let's see. Gotta find it, though. It's a kitty! And an empty, invisible monster. And another kitty. Yes, they could. Alas, they stole our puppies, and now we have to buy them back. And there's another invisible T-Rex. We can't buy an invisible T-Rex, unfortunately. There's a big fluffer dog. And another invisible T-Rex. Also this thing. This is not part of the art in this game, but it absolutely should be. There's a lot of just random nonsense in this game that just makes it look awesome. Oh, right, I'm looking for secrets too, so let's do that. Just check between all the cages. I'm not sure if they can be put on the cages themselves, because those are technically walls. But I guess we'll take a look. Doesn't look like it. Nope. Alright. Onward! Is there any secrets around here? Because I want all the secrets. I think that's where we have to go to leave the place. Which we won't be doing for a while yet. That's a speed coaster. We need a rescue license. We are not, unfortunately, rescue personnel yet. Actually, I don't think I ever was rescue personnel. I'm not sure. Again, it's been forever since I've played this game. Can I go through this door at least? I only have 1 star. Where can I go? I can go shopping. Because capitalism. Reset must be having a field day. Okay. Do we have any secrets around here? Because that's, of course, the most important thing. Nerp. Alright. No secrets for us. It's this lady! Just this lady. I love this lady. This lady's the best NPC. Just look at this lady's face. Someone made this NPC. This lady's the best NPC. I remember she got a special spot in my review many, many years ago because she was that awesome. Thanks for the cameo, this lady. Alright. So this is the reception person. Okay, so we gotta recover some rogue eggs. Except that the rogue eggs aren't really where you think they are. They just... Someone... Now, again, their whole thing is they want us to gather rogue eggs so that they don't spread, and so that we can, you know, research them and stuff. The thing is, they're put in treasure shells by someone, and those treasure shells were previously empty, so someone actually took rogue eggs that were perfectly safe and removed from the wilderness where they would be a threat, and put back there, so that a kindergartner could try and deal with it. This game, it's got logistical issues, okay? Also, we have to deliver them to someone named Jingle, which is terrific. Alright, so that's our next goal. To stop being a space kindergartner. Now, if I recall, I think I saw one of these. Yes, I did. Excuse me, this lady. I want this thing. So this is the save stand. We're going to save here for tonight, and we'll be back with more Opoona next week. What's up, Internet? We are here with Live Alive, the second game I picked out for our little week Let's Play stream thingamabob. Mainly because this is a game I really, really like, and I haven't played it in a long time. And I actually have tried to review this a few times, but to record it on really nice, high-quality recording devices, I would have to start over from scratch, and that was never an appealing thought to me. So here we are doing it now, because I just really wanted to play this again. This will be the first time I'm trying to record off my my HD thing since Bomberman, which kind of exploded, so hopefully this works better, or we might end this rather quick. That wouldn't be ideal, though. But anyway, this is Live Alive. If you've never heard of this game, this is probably the best Super Nintendo RPG we never got outside of Japan. This was translated by Team Aeon Genesis, as they like to do, and as it's from them, it's typically a very, very high-quality translation. This is actually a different patch of the translation that I'm familiar with that's on my repro cards, so this is going to actually be a little bit different for me as well. Now, if you're not familiar with Live Alive, it's basically Saga if Saga was made remotely competently. And if you've never played Saga, I'm not sure how to help you. But basically, we've got all these different characters that have their own stories, similarly to Saga, and by the end they'll all come together to fight some big bad monster mabob. And that's the basic conceit of it anyway. And it's just a really interesting RPG. Now, unlike a lot of RPGs, and especially like Saga itself, which crammed a bunch of different characters into a single world, basically, this game does things a little bit differently, because every character, as you can kind of see, is kind of insanely different from one another by design. And that's because this game takes every different character and puts them in a completely different thematic genre. And what's more, they're also all kind of thrown into different gameplay genres, which is kind of insane. And it works in some cases better than others. It's not a perfect game by any means. For example, there's one chapter that is basically the worst thing ever, and alas, we are probably going to have to play that at some point. But we got to pick our starting character, and I think we're going to start with the ninja, just because when I first played this, because this was one of the first translated imports I ever got on a repro cart, I played the ninja. So we're going to start with the ninja, which I think has probably one of the most interesting chapters. Also one of the most diverse in terms of how you can handle the scenario, as well as difficult. So this could be interesting. But we're going to try playing as a ninja and see what happens. Can he kill 100 men? Well, ideally we don't want to do that, but we'll see. And, well, we'll just let the story of this character roll on as we set the stage for our little ninja antics adventure. Registered trademark. Alright, now we can name our character whatever we want. This is going to be tricky because there are a lot of characters I'm going to have to come up with names for. Since this is my first character, we're just going to name him after me. Because why not? But you see, I've been with you the whole time. Ninja. His secret art, the Cloak of Invisibility, which I would think is more an item. This is going to be a key gameplay factor for this chapter. Oh yes, and every chapter has a credit sequence because they're like completely different games thrown together. Also a really good soundtrack that I probably set too low because I'm bad at audio mixing. Okay, the Bakumatsu chapter, the Secret Order. This is where we begin. Also, I might have to turn up the audio a little bit on my end because I need an audio cue somewhere around here. So I'm hoping this doesn't get picked up on the microphone. Okay. So, Y button. Lets us turn invisible. See, like I said, every chapter kind of takes completely different thematic genres. This one actually plays a lot like a stealth game. Now, at the start, it said, can we kill 100 men? Ideally, we don't want to do that. There is basically 100 human enemies in this area, as well as a bunch of demons. If we kill any single human here to drop that counter below 100, we actually get written out of a very special prize. It should be worth knowing that in Live Alive there are tons of like secret stuff. This chapter alone has 2 secret bosses and like 3 secret hidden super items. One of which for killing everyone, one for killing no one, and one for specifically leaving a group of people alive. So we're gonna do our best not to kill any humans. Because that's a little bit tricky though, especially if you're doing this without a guide. Okay. How did I get in here? That's a good question. Alas. Can I run? Because there is a run option that lets you get past encounters. Which is going to be, like, super important for this. Now, you'd think the Cloak of Invisibility would be super useful in not getting attacked by enemies, and you are right to a degree, but some enemies are programmed to basically walk straight into you, regardless of whether or not they can detect you or not. And, like, if I were to do this, an enemy that is programmed like that will basically walk right up next to us and keep walking into us until we take it down. I can't move while this is engaged, so we basically just have to wait. That's not great. But we'll see what we can do. Mountain, river, potato. Yes, this password is kind of important, and it changes. Now, if I recall, it actually only... There are 3 actual passwords, but it only shifts between 2. I think. It has been a long time since I played this. But we're going to do our best to not get ourselves killed or kill any humans while trying to gather as much loot as we possibly can. Loot. Run, 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 run. We can fight demons and kill them to our heart's content, which is nice, though. But since we've got this, we need to equip chainmail, which is going to increase our defense. And there are some visual glitches because this is a translated game. Okay, we probably don't want to walk right in there. That seems like a bad idea. I'm going to do my best to try and go through this without needing a guide or anything to get all the cool stuff. Now, I can actually run from fights with things as well, which is useful. So we're going to do our best to sort of do that when necessary. Okay, I think we want to leave them alone. Because that looks like a human. Live Alive is an interesting little game because it forgoes a pretty common concept that a lot of RPGs tended to favor, which is this is a game that doesn't really contain random encounters. Not in the traditional sense, anyway. Okay, so that's the bell. This is an important mechanic here as well, because if you'll recall, they were talking about a password. Basically, every time the bell rings, the password changes. And unfortunately, I don't think they give you any other hints as to what the password is, so you kind of have to work off that. So if I recall, the password was river, now it should be mountain. Okay, you see that shadow right there? If I'm not mistaken, that shadow in the water next to the reed, which is also an enemy, is one of the secret bosses. And it's programmed to basically come straight at you, and it will completely wreck your day. And we're probably gonna have to kill it. So, just a thing to know. Okay, so mountain, river. Crap. Now, fortunately, I think we can still run from this. If not, we might be in trouble. We can't run from this. Uh-oh. Might have to restart this chapter, then. Alas. Poop. Alright, screw it. We're killing everyone. Gonna go back. Gonna kill everyone. That's the new plan. Alas, we tried to do this proper. Password system screwed me up immediately. It's almost like I'm good at stealth games. Except I'm not. I remember being able to run from pretty much every fight except for the boss ones, though. On the bright side, by doing this, we're going to have lots of experience. And there goes our best ranking. So, now we're just going to kill everyone. At least, ideally. Now, it's worth knowing that each character in this game plays kind of differently, and their combat's a little bit differently. Like, our character right here isn't... He's among some of the stronger characters, but he's not the strongest, and he specializes mainly in affecting the environment around him. So now the enemy will take damage going on those little areas every time it fights. I can't get that close, and I don't want to get in there. You want to come a little closer, buddy? Combat in this game kind of reminds me of a mix of, what is it? Robotrek, as well as, like, Inindo. In that it's an RPG, but there's also, like, a movement mechanic and environmental mastery and stuff. Ah, we died. On the bright side, this means we get to try again. I didn't claim I was good. I claimed I haven't played this game in about 5 years. And I like this game a lot, so we'll give it another go. Incomplete. Alas, we'll have to try again. On the bright side, this means that I can try and figure out the whole save system. Because I don't remember exactly what that is. And if I can, you know, save properly, we can save in front of those people and try the passwords by save scumming. It's not ideal, but we could do it that way. But until then, we've got about a 5-minute cutscene to sit through again. It should be noted there is kind of like a secret bonus ending to this, where you can walk out the front door and just leave. And then the game just sort of calls you a coward. This game has a lot of secrets in it. I wish I remembered all of them. But, you know, even just starting to relearn this game is going to be a lot of fun. Even if it's not necessarily the most interesting thing to watch. You don't come watching me for gameplay that's top tier or anything. I'm going to fumble through this. But I'm going to have a blast because I love this game. It's really kind of sad this game never came out in North America because it really is one of the better RPGs for the system. Like, I would always say this is probably one of the big five that never came out in North America with, like, Terranigma, Treasure of Rudra, Bahamut Lagoon, and Seiken Densetsu 3. Although that one technically is in English now. Although not the Super Nintendo version, not officially anyway. Although it's ironic because a lot of those games were actually all translated by the same team. And they all have really, really good translations and are all excellent RPGs. Okay, so let's try this a second time. Preferably without completely cocking up. No promises. Alright, so unfortunately, because this is Super Nintendo, we can't exactly skip cutscenes. That is one feature I like in more modern games, is the ability to skip cutscenes. Especially when you, unfortunately have to go through this stuff because you die. And there isn't, like, a revive it in option. So saving frequently might be an important factor in this game. So let's try this again. Hopefully with less embarrassing failure, but probably significantly more embarrassing failure as I try and beat the super boss at some point. This is one of the longer chapters. Like, the chapters are kind of weirdly inconsistent with their length. This is probably the second longest chapter, especially if you try and do this right without actually killing people. The longest chapter is unfortunately the worst chapter in the game, and it is, like, insufferably bad because of the way it's designed. Like, this game, if it wasn't for that chapter, I would say it's pretty damn near perfect. But that one chapter almost basically tanks the entire game. It's that bad. And unfortunately, when I first played that, that was the second chapter I played after this one. So I went from one of the best chapters to the just straight up worst ones. It's like, oh god, it's so unbelievably bad. But we're going to try and get through all this somehow, slowly. Preferably without killing anyone this time, or getting myself killed. Although, if we're fighting super bosses, we're going to die a lot, I'm sure. Again, I didn't claim I wouldn't die and have to restart from scratch. But at least if we figure out how to save, that will be less of a problem. But this particular chapter is really cool because it's a really intricately designed environment. Okay, so let's see. We can just save. Good. Good, good. We're going to have to do that for the password system, I think. How did we get in here? I feel like encountering these guards from the start is kind of a mistake and a bit of a trap because it feels like they're kind of saying you're going to have to fight people, which automatically sets you down the wrong path. Like, I don't want to compare this to a game that came out significantly later, but Undertale did something like that, but it was significantly better. They showed you early on that you don't necessarily want to kill people, and in fact, the first guy you run into, you can't kill, even if you do. But, you know, Undertale also had, what, 20 years of hindsight? Yes, to be able to tell a friend from foe, unless someone happens to save Scum the passwords, because he can't be asked to remember how it works. Or he just gets it wrong even though he's sure he got it right. Okay, so we want to not run into this guy if we can help it. Grab the chainmail. Let's get out of this room. We're probably going to be saving, like, every room because of the requirements of this game. Or this particular chapter. Which, again, probably not ideal, but again, if we want to play this right, and I'm way out of practice how to play in this game. We're probably just gonna have to do that. Okay, so we want to take the northern exit. I don't think he can open the door, which is good. Enemy movement is kind of weird. It's sort of random, but at the same time, again, there are enemies that feel like they're just programmed to walk straight into you, which actually makes a lot of this really slow going. Okay, we're going to save here in front of these guys in case we completely cock up the password, which I think this time should be river. Okay. For some reason that worked this time. I'm trying to. Let me. Damn it. Okay. There we go. Got through the first password. I think there's 2 or 3 more. They don't actually do this too many times in the chapter, which is good. Yeah, you can kind of see this guy's sort of waiting to bump into me. Unfortunately, this is one of those not random guys who's just programmed to basically walk into you. That's the bell. And this guy's not going to leave us alone. But we can run. Unfortunately, it's kind of uncontrollably fast. But I can run, so we're going to do that. I'm not sure if I can pass through him, though. I cannot. Okay. So this is going to require some, like, ninja magic nonsense. But we'll make it work. Okay. Need to sort of guide him over here. Go, 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 go! Alright, there we go. Okay, that wasn't suspicious at all. Go, 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 go. I didn't think that would actually not speed him up. Okay, we want to leave the lovely ladies alone. Spoilers, but if you'll recall, there was a group of people I said we had to leave alive. It was them. We have to leave the... I'm not sure if they're courtesans or handmaidens, but we gotta leave all the ladies alive because we're honorable. Also, you can lay down when you walk over beds because someone programmed that into the game. Please get out of the doorway. Thank you. I didn't want him following me this way, and he can't, which might be a good thing. Unfortunately, I don't quite remember the layout of this area. And like I said, this is one of the most, like, complicated environments I think ever designed. Okay, this is the door I wanted to take a look in. Because we need to explore everything. Because most of these rooms actually have, like, secret passages, like you could see from that one room. There was a secret passage, and we'll be sure to go through there at some point. We don't want to go through that guy, obviously. But we can go through this room. We're going to leave this guy alone. Secrets, because ninjas. And we got some equipment. Oh, hold on. I think I saw something. Okay, you might notice in the lower right-hand corner, our old pal Abisumaru. That'll come into play later. Okay. Ninjas. Oh, I should probably equip my tabby as well. I think that increases defense and speed. I'm not sure what speed actually does in this game. But I'm not complaining for a stat boost. Excuse me, Mr. Mouse. What do we have here? Is that some form of equipment? Nope. Nope. I think it was just an item for something. We can take a look. Yeah, you can kind of see some graphical glitching over there. Again, this was like a hacked game, so they kind of... it's not perfect. But considering we got this game in English at all, it means something. Crap. Can I run from this guy? Because I don't think he's technically human. Right, I don't think he... This is my life now. I'm just going to be chased by this guy forever. Okay. No, I'd very much like to run away from you, thank you. Alas, running away from ninjas. I didn't think my life would have to come down to this. Okay, Watanabe. That's an important name in this series. Just keep that in the back of your head while we play this. It's littered with traps, probably. I mean, you got this far without running into a trap, yeah? I think you're good. Well, except for maybe that. Whoops. Okay. So, you're probably wondering if that, like, taught us anything. Or, like, gave us some information on some mechanics or something, aside from getting that ninja away from us for a little while. The answer is no. That's actually, like, a secret thing. Basically, in every chapter, there's like a father and son duo named Watanabe, and in every single one, the father dies in some way. I don't know why they have that running joke, but they do. Okay. Again, we're going to save, so it matters very little. We're going to run through here so we don't get taken out by that ninja again. I swear there was another secret area in here, but I guess not. Okay. So, what did we learn from that? I'm not sure. Actually, we probably need to sneak past that ninja guy, so this will probably suck. Huh, you did just respawn chasing me. I wonder if there's a way to kite into going in one specific... I know what I need to do that. Okay. Yeah, I know. We're going to run into you a whole bunch. But we're still stealthy and we still haven't killed any humans, which is the important thing. No, I'm trying to run. And get some distance behind you because you can't run as fast as I can. Go, 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 go. Oh, this wasn't how I wanted things to go. Okay. Ha. Okay. Now, we know that ninja is somewhere in this room. We know that he's programmed to basically run at us full speed. Now, I'm thinking this means that he's probably on the top layer. Oh, we can hide. Okay. Oh, he's over there. Alright, I can make this work. Thank you, mouse. You saved me. Go, 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 go. Alright, that mouse saved me. Alright, so let's save spam because we're doing that now because we're just that pro at this game. We're just going to go around this way. And I believe there's a secret over here. There's a... Oh. Poop. Well, I don't think this game happens to have a load option in its menu, which is kind of a mistake, so we're going around again. That sounded like the bell. Okay. Go, 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 go. Alright. So now we know that there's that trap in the middle of that little gate area. I wonder if these guys will let us pass. Let's find out. Yes, they will, because they are dumb. I mean, the whole point of the password system is that, you know, you have to check every time just to make sure that, you know, I'm not impersonating someone. But, you know, if that's how you want to roll, I won't complain. That leads to the back of the manor. I don't think we want to go there yet. I think that guy's actually asleep, which is why he doesn't come attack us immediately. Oh, good. Ninja Bob over here's already onto us again. Again, I'm not sure if he technically classifies as a human or not, because he's a ninja, and some ninjas are technically like demons, judging by his design, but it's kind of iffy, so I don't want to... Damn it. We might actually be stuck going this way. Unless I do that. Okay, we want to run. I want to make sure not to go in that same hole again, because that was a mistake. But the important thing is, I learned from my mistakes. Also, there's the shadow of the thing that will absolutely murder us. I think we can just jump across there, but we don't want to go there yet, because I remember there being treasure if we go this way. Can we go in this way? Yes, we can. Okay. Uh-oh. Oh, poop. Because comedy. Well, I think we're going to get completely slaughtered from this fight, but we can't run. So let's test and see if these actually count as humans. I think we have like 90 health, and our own fire field just kind of almost murdered us, which was not good. We're gonna have to use our healing item on us. It's a bit more healing than I thought I would get out of that. That is something worth knowing in this game, though, is I think levels give like an absurd amount of stat boosts. So like each level is significant. Unfortunately, that means that enemies aren't scaled super well. But we did save, which means we can go back to our save spot. We might have to avoid that area until we get some extra lives or experience or something. Or some better gear. But the important thing is, we're getting better. I would like to continue. We can change scenario, we're not going to. But we could. Okay, so we want to go this way, and we want to absolutely avoid the middle panel. Thank you, Mr. Mouse. Alright. That sounded like the bell I'm not paying attention to at all. Empty. Storehouse key, that'll be useful. And again, because we didn't fall in a hole this time like a spaz, we're going to save. Because this chapter kind of requires insane saves coming. Oh yeah, this area kind of has some like mechanical nonsense going on. We got mechanical stuff, we got demons. It's a right proper sort of sci-fi adventure type thing. And I think this swaps the direction the gear's flowing. I'm not sure how useful that is immediately, but I think that'll let us go this way. And that'll drop us right into a pit, like a champ. Whoops. Well, it's locked. But I do have a key. But I can also turn invisible. That's right. And I can run from you. So I'm going to. I wonder if I can open up the gates for everyone else. Gonna like cause a prison break. Probably keep him on his toes, and I wouldn't have technically killed anyone. Yeah, unfortunately, some of the like on-screen enemies kind of have aggressive AI when they chase after you, so it's bad. Also, secret passage. Oh, I don't want to run into you, but we're going to. Oh, this is going to end badly for me, I feel. So there's the death shadow we want to avoid, because this will end horribly for me. And of course we can't use our invisibility here, because, well, I mean, visibility underwater is already terrible, but they'll always see our breathing read, because ninja. I think, if I recall, the other super boss is somewhere around here, though. And seeing as we haven't, like, gained a single level, we are going to get absolutely murdered. But, I mean, if nothing else, it's an intro to this game. Ah, I can just go back up here. Okay, that works. Okay, so let's not fall for that dumb trap again. We've learned a lesson. I'm not sure what that lesson is, but we learned it. I don't have a rope, though. Okay. So we gotta find a rope. And that doesn't seem to actually swap directions. There's the bell, even though I didn't hear Jack. But we can't go this way. So let's see where this can take us. That'll drop us right down the pit again, so let's not go there. I guess we need to go this way. Ah, there's another switch. Okay. Progress. And we can't go to the left, so we'll just have to go down. And that'll drop us right back into the pit if we go south, so we'll go that way. I see treasure that I'm not allowed to have yet, but I want it. Unfortunately, until we swap the direction of those gears, I will not be able to have it. Those all push me down from north, and those all push me up from south. Which means there's not a lot of options for us at this moment. Aha! Another switch. Now I gotta figure out what that switch did. Ah. This one swapped direction now. And a grappling hook. Hell yeah, grappling hook. I don't know what that... I don't think that's a weapon or anything. I think that's just like a key item, but we gotta check. I could just check items, I guess, but where's the fun in that? Special item, grappling hook. That might be the rope they're talking about, but we'll see. It would be kind of nice if you could see on screen what these individual switches were actually affecting. But I might be able to... Well, there's the bell again. Not that that does us any good. We have a grappling hook. Does that count? Yes, it does. Shortcuts. Okay. Whoops. Okay. That one's on me. Fair enough. Also, I think the guy on the cell next to us was actually the guy we're supposed to rescue. So, we have to find a key to his cell. All without getting murdered by the giant murder shadow. For now, anyway. Oh, poop. Again, unsure if fighting these guys actually counts as demons. I'm gonna have to take a look because, unfortunately, there is a lot about this game that's a little esoteric by design. Again, it's not perfect, but I think it's an interesting enough game that it's totally worth a play. And this is one of the most intricately designed environments I think I've ever seen. Because it really is just one, like, building, basically. But it's got so many secret, like, entrances and traps and stuff. It's just really genuinely fun to see this world. And exploring this castle in general is just a lot of fun. Okay. Excuse me, Mr. Mouse. Okay, so this time let's not walk onto the pit like a total spaz. We did press an extra switch that did something. There's the bell. Not useful right now, but maybe someday down the future. Hit that switch. I do believe we hit that switch. Ultimately, we want to go through those ladders, I believe. Okay, so I want to go this way, I guess. And where does this go? You've hit that switch. Do all the switches go right or left? Because that one is facing right, and it seems to be registered that we already hit it. I'm not sure if that's... Okay, that one's facing left. Okay, there we go. So left facing means we need to hit it again. That one's right. Ah, and that one's going up now. Alright, we're making progress. Adventure! And we got Fujin's scroll. Now, Fujin, I believe, is the god of wind. And that scroll, and I was really worried this thing crashed, because this game's a little bit unstable. Last time I played. This is a better patch, so apparently it's a little more stable, which is good, but I have seen this freeze a few times in the past. So, got a little worried there. That's another reason why we're saving a lot, is just safety. Alright, so now that we've gone through that nonsense, we're saving. Still haven't killed anyone. Fortunately, the game doesn't judge us based on how many saves we've got. There's some treasure I'd like to get, but just gonna check all the walls for falsies. There's one. Interesting. That sounded like the bell. I don't care. Okay, we don't want to take that. And I'll take that. We're going to leave the lady alone because she's done nothing wrong, as far as I know, and I'm not one to judge. Unfortunately, this sword is identical, but we do have a second sword, and there is a reason for that. The reason is we're supposed to pick up a second party member if we do this right. Unfortunately, I can't 100% remember how. We can't get to that jar without bothering that lady, and we're not going to do that. I think this might just lead us back to the jail. We'll take a look. I'm going to leave you alone, because I don't trust what just happened, but okay. I feel like you'll attack me if I go that way, so let's go this way. No, I'm planning on running away, like an absolute champ. Goodbye. This is another thing Undertale picked up from this game. That is running away and becoming a level 1 hero at the end of the game. We don't want to do that, though, because, again, super bosses will kind of make our lives hell. We don't want to bug him. Ah. Going through doors resets positions. That's useful to know. I really just need to throw up my invisibility, I guess. New plan. Haha. Problem is, if they get, like, right next to us or on top of us, they'll just come at us. Run, 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 run. That's not the door. That's the door. Okay, we're good. We're good. I don't think these guys know how to make transitions terribly well. I would very much like that treasure. Is this guy gonna attack me? Nope. I think that is a weapon, though. Oh. There we go. Again, those... There we go. We got a better weapon. That's gonna be useful. Increased damage output for fighting. Okay. So this is less than ideal. Fortunately, I can kind of turn off their aggressive AI. Sorta. I can sort of do that. Lesson learned. I'd like for him to be to the left and not the right. So this is the guy that we're basically here to... Our mission is twofold. It's to kill the leader of this mansion who's colluding with demons and some kind of robot guy. and rescue Ryoma. I mean, all I have is the storehouse key. So unfortunately, we need to get a different key. I don't right off the bat know where that key is, which might prove problematic. The story with Ryoma is if you don't save him, because you don't strictly have to, he will find a way out himself, but it hurts you in the long run because, first of all, he's your party member. Although there is a second one, although I forget how to get him. But also it's just significantly worse just to not have him. Plus you don't get some awesome stuff out of it. So we're going to have to find a different key, which I'm going to assume is in the storehouse. So we got to figure out which room is the storehouse. And I think I actually have a pretty good idea of where that is. Oh crap, the giant murder shadow's in the middle of the lake. I'm going to go through here and just reset him because that's going to be bad for us. The water looks rather nice here. Don't kill me, murder shadow. Oh, good. Good, good. Yeah, they're kind of just coming straight at us because aggressive AI is fun. Unfortunately, this could be a problem. I might be able to kite them through that little gap. Oh god. Okay, so we're surrounded now, and we've got the murder shadow behind us, which is, suboptimal. We're gonna see if we can do some fancy ninja shenanigans and get past him. When I'm done this, I'm gonna see if these ninjas actually count as demons. Because we're gonna have to get some experience at some point, or we're just gonna get absolutely wrecked by everything. Because there are actual, like, fights that you have to take part in. It's not just running away from everything, I promise. We are just sort of playing this like a stealth game, and we want the best rewards, so we gotta be kind of careful with this. Okay, now I think the storeroom, ostensibly, is behind that other area. So we're gonna go back. Gonna remember that the middle tile is false, not go in there. I can't go that way. Don't want to go in there, because those ninjas will wreck me. Run past the murder shadow, because it can't get me from here. Can't do much from up here, unfortunately. There's not much here. We gotta go back into this building, I think. Which means we're gonna have to deal with the other ninja. I really do need to learn that I have like a invisibility cloak that makes people go away. Doesn't always work, but it's useful when it does. I would like for him to go downward. If he went, there we go. We can kind of trap him. Excuse me, Mr. Mouse. Okay. Well, we've effectively not killed anyone yet. That's a key primary goal in all this. That sounded like the gong. It's locked. Fortunately, I have a key. Gonna grab that, gonna grab that, gonna grab that, gonna grab this, gonna grab this. And we might have to save, because I think these ghosts are things we actually have to fight. Well, we got more defense. Unfortunately, we can't use any of that stuff. I think the top knot is something that we can only equip on Ryoma, who, of course, is not currently in our party. But these guys look like demons, so let's give these guys a shot. Lost Soul. Okay, let's start by Cross Slice. Now, if I recall, Cross Slice turns your opponent around, which doesn't initially sound like a good thing, but it means they can't actively hit you unless they've got an attack that hits behind them. Alright, so that didn't count as an enemy, plus we got to kill him. Which means we're going to get some experience out of this. Which is, of course, ideally what we want. So we're finally getting into some proper combat with some ghosties. Right on. And now we're level 3. And we gained some water arts. So we've got new ways to manipulate the environment. Which I think that's a healing item. Take a look. Yep. Disappears when you use it. Healing item. Gonna save. Because I think this lady will like challenge to a fight and we don't want that. I don't know if this character actually counts as a boss or not. Or a human because it's a ghost, but... yeah, we've got a ghosty lady. Oh no, my level went down. That might not be good. Let's cross-slice and make you face the other way. That seems like a plan. Okay. Let's see what this water arts can do. Knock back enemies. That could be useful. I think she's technically trapped between that. Ooh, nope. Unfortunately, she can hit the entire freaking area, which is... not good. Okay, we're just gonna go with Shinobi Slash, because that's our best move, really. Oh no, I'm actually taking damage on the water field. Okay, let's, heal myself up. I'm really hesitant to use healing items because there are a limit to how many there are. I think she gets weaker if we attack the candles, so we might want to go after them. Honestly, I'm just experimenting with this fight. Like, I think we're pretty much done for tonight, but, you know, if I die here, you know, so be it. If we kill her and we find out she doesn't count, then that's kind of cool. But we'll see. Oh no. That's a lot of my health. I don't want to lose all that health. Especially because there are actual, like, special bosses we do need to kill. But these also might be worth good experience, and I can't pass that up. And I think by destroying these, her attack is actually getting functionally weaker, which is useful. Or it could be that level down is just doing much more damage to me. Also, we're poisoned, which is not ideal. Oh no. And that killed us. Well, poop. Well, you know, it happens. Alas, that was our third game over, but we haven't killed a human yet, and we got to level 3, plus we got some stuff, plus we got to scope this place out. So, you know what? I think that was a decent first attempt at the Ninja chapter, and we're going to keep going next week on Tuesday. I still don't have a full week of games planned. I got one more planned after that. I'm not sure. We might just end up doing a bunch of Super Nintendo stuff. We'll see. But that was the first chunk of the Ninja chapter of Live Alive, done perfectly, and there was no deaths whatsoever. And, you know, I did this like a complete boss in some bizarre world where I'm not the one actually playing this. But either way, we did get to explore a little bit of an RPG I really like, and we're going to continue to do so in the future. So I hope you enjoyed. And if you did, follow the stream to know we go live, because we're going to try and do this every single night, different games, but, you know, different awesome stuff that I like. So if you like this, maybe you'll like what I do next. You might also want to check out and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see everything else I do, which is a lot of stuff. I should have a review going out pretty soon after I'm done this and I do some research on whether or not those ninjas count as kills or not. We'll see on that. And if you really want to make my day, check out the show's PayPal or Patreon. Support the show any way you can so that I can continue to do what I do to the best of my ability, which in this case is be an awesome super stealth ninja who has never been beaten ever and has outsmarted every trap and enemy and has never just fallen into a hole like a complete dumbass ever. hopefully. But yeah, we did that a whole bunch. But we're getting better, and we scoped out this place. So we're making baby steps. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Peace out, Internet.